What's up, guys? Jason Wardrop here, and as I promised last week, I wanted to shoot this quick little video because each week I want to just like kind of give you guys little nuggets of things that you can do. So I'm just pulling up so I can see any questions that you might have. Pulling up on my phone. Just turn down the volume really quick. Okay, cool. So anyway, the goal here is I want to be able to go through and walk you through some of the different steps of getting your first clients. And then for those of you guys who already have some clients, be able to scale that up. And yeah, hopefully create some cool value for you guys to be able to show you how to go through and grow your business, right? So for those of you guys who just jumped on, welcome. I'm excited to have you guys on here. So first and foremost, before we dive into some of the steps of getting your first clients, the number one thing that I would recommend for you is picking a niche, right? So you've heard that. What's up, Steve? How's it going? Ayana, awesome, ready. Okay, cool. So this is like some of the stuff, guys, might sound a little basic, and it's basic, but it's basic because it works. Like I feel like a lot of times whenever I learn some like new marketing or sales strategy or concept, I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like the most common sense thing ever. Why didn't I think of that? Right? It's like the simplest, most basic thing. So number one, guys, is pick a niche. Like I picked the niche of real estate agents, as you guys know, and there's several other niches that I'll kind of go through and talk about of different ones that you guys can hit up. But I get people all the time like saying like, hey, Jason, I'm in insurance, I'm in financial planning, I'm in this, I'm in that. Like, hey, can you do this for me? And I was like, well, technically, yes, I can, but to go through and figure out a whole new strategy of like the right ads, the landing pages, the copy, all that stuff, it could be a pain in the butt, right? And I kind of saying I'm a real estate agent. Yeah, so you're a real estate agent. So I mean, that's the thing. Most of you guys probably are in real estate or you're in digital marketing. Steve's saying it looks frozen. Sorry, that's probably my internet. So hopefully it kicks in here in a second. And if it does, if something goes wrong here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually export this video and then I'm going to upload it and send it off to all you guys so you guys have it. All right. Okay, so first and foremost is pick a niche. Then you can be the master, the guru, the go-to person. You want to brand yourself. If you're building a marketing agency, is the go-to person for, real estate leads or chiropractic leads or dental leads, or, if you're working with coaches or people trying to, create books, you are that go-to person. And yes, unfortunately, you are going to turn away and say no to some business, but believe me, it's gonna work to your advantage in the long run. All right. So that is the first and foremost thing. And then the second thing, the way to get the easiest, most low hanging fruit clients right out of the gate, even if you have no existing case studies or testimonials or whatever. Let me just show you guys really quick a post. I'm just gonna share my screen really quick here. Okay, let's see. I want to share this preview. Okay, so hopefully you guys are seeing this right here. So this is Mark Gowan, I believe. Anyway, we've chatted a little bit back and forth on Facebook, but this is a concept that I highly recommend. Here, let me just see if I can make this bigger as well. Make it maybe full screen. Can you guys see that a little bit better? Okay, so he said. He put through on his Facebook page, and this works, guys, for any market or any market, or if you don't know like what market you really want to jump into, you can post something like saying, hey, I am getting into Facebook ads. I've been getting some good results, been learning a lot of the good stuff. Who out there has a business that is looking to expand and get into Facebook ads, right? And just post this on your personal profile. Like you don't need to like spam and bug your family and friends and all that stuff. But Mark, he had picked, the real estate niche, kind of similar to me. And he says, how many realtors do I know? I'm doing some research and need some feedback. And guys, look at the comments on this, right? It says, my dad and my brother Mario. And then, he's kind of like having that conversation. Then this person's tagging someone. Okay, let's see. Olga's saying most of the leads aren't real. How to get quickly to the audience who actually wants to communicate and ask questions to the realtor. Anyway, Olga, I'm not sure if that's like talking specifically about this, because like these leads are going to be 100% real. Like Rob Perry's tagging these people, Brandon saying me, I'm about done with the class. And guys, I like this. I just kind of took a screenshot, and this obviously, he posted at 6:09, and these comments are coming in. So like, anyway, guys, like this is a really easy way to get some of that low hanging fruit. So like you can switch it to your market. How many chiropractors do I know? Okay, how many realtors do I know? How many mortgage lenders do I know? How many this or that? All these different types of niches. I know Rami in the group, he was telling me he wants to work with yoga studios, like how many yogis do I know, or how many yoga professional, I don't know what you call them. You know what I mean? So like that's the very first way. And the nice thing is, most people getting started, they don't really have a budget to jump in and start throwing money at it. And so this is kind of like a nice, easy way. And then what you can do is take those people and you could throw them into a Facebook group, right? Because the nice thing about a Facebook group is it's a nice, easy way to go through and build a community and kind of like have those people in there. So anyway, guys, that is the first and foremost step. And I'm just going to cover 2 steps today, and hopefully be able to answer any questions that you guys might have. So that's the first one. And the second one, this is from my buddy. His name is JR. He's got a course with basically saying, hey, here's how to scale up to a 10K agency in 45 days. And I'm talking with him next week, next Monday, and I'm talking about having him do an interview for you guys, be able to show some of the different strategies and processes and all the stuff that he does. Because like, how I focus on, realtors, that's kind of his focus. And so, like I mentioned, guys, I thought about building out a whole course, doing all that, selling to you guys, but I was like, you know what? Like information's information, like anyone can find information these days. So I just wanted to kind of like do this for fun, for free. So I'm actually off in Arizona right now at my wife's parents' house. So that's why I've got the different backdrop right now. But let me share my screen again. Okay, so here is JR's video right here. Okay, so like this is once you go through and you get a few clients or whatever, and you've kind of got some of the process down. So this is his for chiropractors. Let me just refresh this really quick. Okay, so this is basically his ad right here. Okay, now hopefully you guys can see this. Let me just zoom in a little bit maybe. Okay, so and this, you can throw in, hey, chiropractors, hey, loan officers, hey, whatever, want to increase sales in your practice. I'm JR Rivas, and I run a Facebook ads agency helping chiropractors increase business, right? So then he talks about the concept that we've talked about a number of times of getting them to sign up with you from Calendly, right? That calendar appointment scheduling software, just because it's nice, it's easy. So he says, click here to book a 15-minute consultation, discuss your Facebook ads. I'm looking for 5 chiropractors. So he kind of creates that, scarcity and that urgency to like get these chiropractors to take action, right? And he says, we'll go through basically what he's offering is, hey, you don't even pay me. I'm going to run your ads for the first 2 weeks, 100% free. I'm just going to basically show you that I can get results, and they're going to pay for the ad spend. So they're going to pay their 10, 20 bucks, whatever per day. But then you're just going to run, out of good faith and goodwill, and basically showing them that you can get leads. And then, anyway, then he says, why only 5? Well, I'm not one of those big agencies full of trickery and gimmicks. I'm just one guy. And then basically in this video right here, he does a little intro of saying like, hey, my name's JR. This is what I do. I'm looking to run Facebook ads. And then he goes through and shows exactly how he sets up the advertising campaign. Okay, so he shows the ads, he shows the landing pages. So you can see right in here, he jumps into the Facebook ads, right? And then he shows like that whole process. And it's funny because like this is really valuable actually, because it was funny when I first started getting in all this stuff and doing, and Ayana, I'll get to your question here in just a second, all right? So anyway, when I got into this business, I was like, why would, if I'm doing the lead gen for people, they don't need to know the process, right? I was like, why would they need or care to know the process? Like I'm doing it for them. And so like all they need to know is just like that I get results, right? That I get leads. But I learned quickly that whether they're doing it or not, they kind of like to see behind the scenes of like, what does the ad look like? What does the landing page look like? How are these people coming in? What's that whole process? And so I like this. Anyway, JR and I were messaging just yesterday and talking a little bit about this. And I like how he goes through and does initial intro to who he is. and then he goes and like, has a quick like call to action of sign up for his Calendly, but he's showing the process here. So by the time he gets them on the phone, he doesn't have to go and explain the process and go and demo and all that stuff. They've already kind of seen it, right? And so that's what he's doing right here. And so, guys, those are kind of the two, I'd say, initial ways to get started with this whole process. Is first going through, let me just change the camera back. Okay, so first going through, posting on your Facebook page and getting some of that free exposure with your family and friends. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, like, if you're, like, let's say you're hitting up the real estate market, right? Everyone has a friend or family member or multiple friends or multiple family members that are in real estate. Okay. And the same thing goes for a lot of these like core businesses, like, these professionals. And so go post, someone's going to have a connection, work your existing network first. You're going to get a lot of low hanging fruit. And you can use those testimonials and case studies to leverage to then go, move to the next step of getting more people on. And then second, once you've got some stuff going, or even if you don't have some stuff going, but you want to put some, $10 a day or $5 a day or whatever towards an ad like JR just set up and showing that process, I would get that going sooner than later, because that is going to get you a consistent flow of leads and new business come in. All right. And one thing that I've done in my business, which obviously it's very scary at sometimes, but I'm willing to take that leap of faith when I know it's going to be moving me in the right direction. And so to explain that, if you don't have $10 a day to invest in advertising, I mean, if you're in a bad spot and like you really don't have the $10 a day, I would say don't do it. I'm not suggesting that, but do it before you feel like you're ready is what I'm saying. Like I've gone through, and there's been times where I've either invested in coaching or ads or whatever, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I'm fully ready for this. Like, I don't know if I have the money, and like, I might have it, but like, I'm just kind of a little bit scared and timid. Like, we're always scared and nervous for change and that next step. But when I've dove in, I've taken that next step, it like gives you that extra push, like your whole, like your conscious, your mind, your just physical state, like everything that you have to make that happen, right? So it really gets you the next gear. Okay. Okay, so cool. Let me see. Steve Johnson saying, where can I see that intro prospecting video? Let me just post it in here really quick. Sorry, I'm just pulling up on my computer. I've got your comments coming on my phone, but let me just post this up really quick. Okay, so guys, I'm just posting that in the comments. Let's see really quick there. All right, I just posted that in the comments there. So hopefully that works, guys. Let me know if you guys get that. And then, so Ayana, she's talking about how are you charging them, right? And this is something that like it's kind of for those of you guys who've heard about like MBA school and like one of the typical answers in MBA school, so Masters in Business, is like it depends, right? And that's always the worst answer, but most times it is the answer for business, because it really depends. It depends on like, are you going to personally run all these ads and you want to just get 10 clients, or do you want to go run and grow this thing at scale and get couple hundred clients and really maximize your reach, right? Because if you're the only one running these and you're the expert, you're the one that's branding yourself, and you're only going to pick up 10 to 15 clients. And what I've done in the past is I've charged a lot higher premium for that, because the way I look at it is if, I am the expert and you will be the expert if you're not already in your niche. And so if you're going to go pay the expert, the top person, they're going to be paying you, a pretty penny. So like, I know a lot of my friends like JR and a lot of these other guys that are in this space, they charge, like when they specialize in this stuff, they're charging as much as $1,500 a month. And then whatever the ad spend is, that person is paying on top of that, right? Now, obviously, not every person, so like, when I'm working with real estate agents, not every individual agent is going to have $1,500 a month to go through and spend on marketing and advertising. Okay, so I might need to work with the real estate broker, the team lead, like kind of like that person if they've got like a full team of 10 to 15 people, because generally they have some more money to work with, right? And so um, that's one aspect if you're doing the work for them, or if you're going to go through and kind of farm out the work, like you're going to make the sales, or you've got some salesperson, but you're just kind of the face of the company, and then you've got like the college students running stuff, or some interns or something like that, then you can probably go down. Like right now, our full service package that we've launched like a month ago is at $349 a month, and then they pay ad spend on top of that. And so, but I'm not doing the work, right? We've got interns, we've got other guys that are jumping in doing that work. So, and the idea there is, I don't want to grow a huge full service marketing agency business. So like I could see us taking that to 50 or 100 people, or clients, and then just killing it at that. So anyway, Wayne, what's up, man? I saw you just jumped on too. So guys, that's kind of the pricing strategy. One thing that I've looked into, and Ayana, this is kind of just going off of your question there about how we're charging them. One thing I did look into, because when I first started doing this, a while back, I was like doing like, okay, you're paying me $1,000 a month plus ad spend. And then when you on that sales pitch, when they're saying like hearing like plus ad spend, they're like, that's just an unknown form, right? Like, so they're thinking like $1,000 is my base minimum, but then I have to pay ad spend on top of that. I don't know what that means. And so I kind of tried to combine it in of saying like, let's say in essence, like $1,000 and that's ad spend included. And we did that for a little bit, but why I wouldn't do that is because if you're running a business, you want to know your margins, and you want to know what type of revenue and cash is coming into the business every single month. And the thing about if you include the ad spend in that initial price, so like it's $1,000 and ad spend's included, if you're like struggling to get results in an area or something like that, and you need to increase the ad spend, that means the money that you're taking in for your business is going down, right? You're not making as much. So I see Wayne saying, yeah, buddy. Okay, cool. So anyway, so like I would probably refrain from that, of including ad spend. I'd always do, here's our base pay, and then ad spends on top of that. You can do a setup fee. What I've done in the past is I'll say like, hey, there's a $200 setup fee, and then you can use that to like on your sales call. If like that's really the thing that's like keeping them from getting started, you can say, hey, right now today, like we'll waive that if you guys jump on, get started right now. And the nice thing about that $200 setup fee is you can use that to have go towards commissions for your sales guy if you're not doing the sales yourself, or help pay for your support person that's actually doing the fulfillment. All right. So anyway, guys, hopefully hit me up if you guys have any questions. I'll stay on for another minute or two, see if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff. But two core strategies to getting your first clients. One, obviously, post on your Facebook profile, asking your network, your friends, and don't hit them, like spam them tons of times, guys. Like you'll need really one post, and then you're going to get people hopefully commenting and sharing some different things. And then the second thing is I shared that link from JR's video, so you guys can model that. And honestly, like a lot of that copy in there, you can model what he's doing, and just, that one's for chiropractors. He works with a lot of different industries, but you can say, hey, chiropractors, hey, realtors, hey, loan officers, hey, whatever, and target that specific niche, okay? Okay, Ayana's saying, on the fulfillment end, where are you finding people? Or she's saying VAs or virtual assistants. So right out of the gate, I would say I would do it yourself first. And the reason why I say that is because, one, as you grow your business, you'll have like that respect level of being able to do like every part of your business. Like I think of it like, like I'm willing to take out the trash. I'm willing to do the dirty jobs, do the dirty work, to really grow the business. And also, I mean, I don't know where you're at right now, but some people might not have the budget to get somebody right out of the gate. What I've done is, I'm lucky I live really close to a university. Actually, two universities are within 5 miles of where I live. One has like 33,000 kids. The other one's got 40,000. So I've got like 70,000 people, really close. Sorry guys, that's the doorbell here. So I just go and find some just young college students, whether they're interns, they're marketing or whatever. And hey, sorry guys, 1 second. Sorry, I'm at my in-laws and the doorbell just rang. So anyway, so that's where I'm finding them. And the nice thing is a lot of times like these interns or whatever, they'll take less money because they're more interested in like the experience and getting that skill set of being able to teach them. But yeah, for sure that there's VAs that you can go through and get. And I'm actually, what I'll do is I'll have one of my buddies, his name is Mark Williams. He's kind of like the king of VAs. So I'll have him jump in here with me one of these days and do an interview and talk about like the sites he uses and like how he gets people and all those different things, right? Anyway, Ayana, hopefully that helps there on that aspect of things. And anyway, anybody else have any other questions before we jump off here? I know this is like a little bit delayed on the, I use BlueJeans for the screen share stuff. So I'll just give it a minute and then we'll just kind of wrap up here. Okay, cool guys. So anyway, so hopefully you guys, hopefully those things made sense. Go put those into action for your business. And yeah, if you guys have questions, obviously comment right below this video. Make a post in here. Like the goal is like, I don't want to be like, I know there's other people like Wayne in here. He's killing it. He's got his full business of all that stuff. And so like there's other people in here with great experience. Okay. So, ask me questions, ask other people questions, throw it in the comments, whatever. And we'll make sure that we get them all answered. Okay, so Ayana saying, it makes sense. Do you recommend a course to do the actual work? A course to do the actual work. I'm not sure if I know what you mean by that. Like a course of like how to run the ads. If you're in the real estate space, like obviously the course I'd recommend is mine, just because I've got buyer leads, seller leads, open house leads, a course to make the ads, like that you would create a course for your VAs or the people you're hiring. Is that what you're kind of saying? That's what I do. So my course that I sell to real estate agents, anyone that I have coming on, I have them first go through all my videos and be able to set up the accounts and all that stuff. And then, obviously like I want to make sure they're doing it right. So like, after they go through my training and my videos, then I can like have a one-on-one, and they're like a lot more knowledgeable as opposed to just like sitting down with them cold turkey, right? Because I want to leverage my time as much as possible. So they always have those videos to refer back to, but then obviously like if they're going to be working for me, I want them to have like get good results. And so I'm going to be saying like, hey, if you guys have questions, ask me or ask somebody that's been around longer than you. To be able to get the right results and the right things happening. Okay, so anyway, Ayana, if you've got any more questions, feel free to make posts in the group or whatever. I'll probably wrap up here so we can jump on to the next stuff. But thanks so much, guys, for joining in today. Hopefully this was helpful to getting some of those first clients, because I know like that's kind of the first step, right, of getting your first clients. Then next week, what I want to do is probably jump into, I'm probably just going to like lay out my whole business model. I actually have a call later this afternoon with a guy, a coaching client of mine, and I'm basically going to lay out my whole business model, like step one or A to Z or whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to kind of like tweak it to his business model or to his business and show him how to like implement. So I think like, as I was kind of like, I was on a call with him 2 days ago, and as I was like thinking like, this is going to be really helpful for him. It's like, actually, I was thinking of you guys. I was like, this would be really helpful for this group, be able to go through my whole business model, A to Z, things that have worked, things that haven't worked, things that I've been implementing, and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, hope you all have an amazing day. And anyway, we'll plan on doing that next Wednesday morning. I'm going to try to start doing them at like, 11 Eastern time. Right now I'm on Pacific time, which kind of threw me off. So anyway, guys, we'll get we'll get it going good. But hopefully this was helpful, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much.